Yes, you already know what it is. It's your boy Ace of Cross Culture, back with another one. ATAS episode 66. We out here.
You can't do that with one hand. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Not possible. Not anymore. It's your boy Tipsy Japan back with another episode of ATAS Across Time and Space. Yes, it is good to be here. Thank you for having me back over here on Cross Culture, where the cross meets culture, right? Bang, bang.
Oh, yeah. I'll throw it up. CXC. You already know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we out here. This is like Route 66. We're on a long road, brother.
Yeah.
Feels real good to be back. It's like this is that road that you travel down. Okay, what's the name of the road, and why do you like it? The road that you travel down the most as a kid, the road that has the most memories. It could be the road which is your home on it, but it could be another road, like a different road. In fact, not your home road.
What's the question? I'm so lost right now.
Look, it's that road with all the memories, but not your home street road.
Not your home street road?
Yeah. What's another road that meant a lot to you as a kid coming up through time and space?
I cannot say because it wasn't a street for me.
It wasn't a street?
It wasn't a street. It was the way to school was super iconic. There was a... So I'm going to say this. I think I looked on Google Earth not too long ago, and it looked like they were actually tearing down one of my childhood homes.
What?
So I'm gonna put it on blast out there. So if you know about the projects Columbus Circle in East Hartford, Connecticut, yeah, I'm throwing it all out there. You know that there's a catwalk that goes over the train tracks.
Yes.
Yeah. So it kind of goes like back and forth, and then you get up to like super high above the train tracks, and you can walk over, and then you do that back and forth, back down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean that is what it is. That iconic route. I've never seen anything else like that.
It's that path to school that you gotta walk that road.
Yeah. Gotta.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. I mean that's your Route 66. That's your Route 66. You know. For me, I'd say the most formative street besides my home street would have been Garden Street. You know, like I've been up and down Earl Street before, like, you know, that's one of us, but when you say Garden Street, that's like the whole family is like right there for things like Super Bowl, things like cookout. I'm about to say barbecue, but that's not what we say. Things like cookout, memories, looking at girls, looking at nice cars. When they drive by, you say contact, meaning like, I got that. That's mine. You know, that's gonna be my car someday. You know, you're just looking. Yeah. I mean, you know, the catwalk is dope. Like I do have a memory of that catwalk, like behind your place. I want to say it's near a basketball court. I hope I'm talking about the right one.
Yeah, right next to a basketball court. You're right.
Okay. Yeah. So dudes got injured around there, you know, acting a fool. But it's memories, right? I mean, every one of the challenges that you survive through, you feel better about. Like it makes something in you, like your character. It gives you character. It gives you a good story. Yeah, Jacob, chapter 1, verse 2 through 4. It's Jacob for the Portuguese, James for the Americans.
I say what? Jacob?
Yeah. The Portuguese call James, the book of James, they call it Jacob. I don't know why the name Jacob, Jacob, I don't know. But it's cross culture, so we're just going through all them lines, brother.
Yeah, we got another shout out for the catwalk right here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that East Hartford love right there.
Yeah. It's I mean, East Hartford. Like I found myself going there more when I got older because I had a bike and I could bike there. Like when I was under 10, I don't remember biking to East Hartford. I remember being in a car on the way there.
Yeah, because there's no way as a 10-year-old that you're making that journey.
Yeah. Not recommended. Although I would be okay with doing that, like biking with some younger 10-year-old like cousins. If I was older, you know, like, no, I don't know, late tweens, teens,
Late tweens.
somewhere around there, I would be okay with it. Yeah, but that's what it is. So what's the soup du jour, man? I know we out here a little bit later than usual, but the people were waiting. They're excited.
Yeah, man. So we got some things that we're gonna go over. Just for the last little bit of the chapter, it was like 13 minutes, and what came down is that my co-host here, TPC, he was asking, okay, are we just going to solve the chapter or do you want the last little bit? I was like, you know what? There's some things that we didn't talk about that I really wanted to get into, but
let's open it up.
We didn't have the time. So now we're going to jump into that. Going to throw the banners up. But for those who don't know, maybe you're just now checking in, you know, you haven't been with us that long. We're looking at Homo Deus by Yuval Noah Harari. This is 11.3. The 0.3 stands for the third breakdown or the third section of the chapter.
Okay.
We only have one more chapter. That's it.
That's really it. Like chapter 12 is like 3 minutes. So
Man, I didn't even look at it. I remember I probably should have just incorporated that into today.
I mean, like if y'all waiting to join at chapter 12,
it's gonna be a real quick one.
You might want to get in today at the ground floor, you know, or on the 11th floor before we reach the rooftop and just.
Hey, some people might be just waiting until we finish the book. Like, okay, I'm gonna jump in fresh.
Yeah, so we can binge it.
Hey, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Binge ATAS. Check us out on Spotify. Please check us out on Spotify. We should be on Google Podcasts. I haven't triple checked that, but I know I set it up a while ago.
Okay.
But it doesn't hurt to just go back and make sure that all episodes are going up. But I know that we're on Spotify. I know for a fact we're on Spotify. It's one of the best places or one of the biggest places to get your music. So we're there. I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you know, I don't know where you guys are. You know what? We're right there on Spotify. I know you guys. I know you know what Spotify is. And at the very least, you know what YouTube is. Like, we out there.
Yo, ask Alexa, ask Siri, or ask Google. Just be like, okay, whoever, just play ATAS, please. Let's see what happens. Play ATAS episode 66. All right, they'll find it wherever it is. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Right? ATAS number 66. If you say that, okay, now I'm playing ATAS. It sounds so nice to the ear. It's like it's pleasing to the ear. It's like a sweet sound in my ear.
A sweet sound. Okay, going back.
Yeah.
All right. So this chapter was all about like the dataism, like getting into leaving the self behind, like leaving your physical manifestation. Like, what are you contributing to the data? So now we got this thing right here. We're going to bring up a few things, but listening to the algorithm. So in life, you get people telling you, oh, okay, you know, you should do this, or you should go into this, or you would be suitable for this. You know, I could see your skills being used for this. The algorithm now is taking all of your data that you have put into it, knowingly or unknowingly, because there's some stuff out there where your data is being collected more than you think.
Without
So,
you being aware. Yeah.
without you being fully aware. So it's like, when we talked about, was it last week? I accept the terms and conditions of this. Yeah. Sometimes you don't know what the terms and conditions are, and you're just like, okay, yeah, I'll go along with this. Sure. I'm not going to say I'm perfect, because I definitely just agreed to a major company's terms and conditions probably 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago, it's like, do you accept all the terms and conditions? It was like, shut up, just let me play this video game.
Exactly. Next. I mean, we've been conditioned to just hit okay. Okay. I mean, we've been doing it for how many years? It's like literally 18 years at least. Hold on, 18? 28? Since like 95. You install something, you don't read every single thing. Like,
Mercy.
what are we talking about? Yeah. From Windows 95 at least. I've been hitting OK buttons, and that's just a wrap, I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about 95, because I didn't have a computer back then. So for me, it was a little bit later. You didn't have Windows 95?
I had Windows
98? Yeah, 98.
I was bluffing. But look, I've been pressing OK since no. The thing is, there was Windows 3.0 on a computer at school, elementary school. This is elementary school, yeah. Fourth grade. So I was hitting OK, but I don't know if I was installing anything. Yeah. You gotta read all that. Just go.
No, just let me in there.
Yeah.
So the major thing is that we're giving so much of our data to the algorithm, right? But the main question is, who are you according to your data? Because we put on the front, no lie. Everybody puts on, a certain face. You're around your grade school friends, you're a certain way. You're around your colleagues at work, you're a certain way. You're around your family and friends, you're a certain way. These different groups, they don't see, your internet search history. That used to be a big joke. It's like you're on your deathbed and it's like everybody's gathered near, and it's like, do you have any last words? Delete my search history. It's like,
Swipe. Clean all that up.
Clean, please.
No, I want to be following my search in history after I'm dead. Oh, this is what
is it that bad?
It's like, talk to me, because you wouldn't understand. You would not understand. Like, you search for such random things. Like, if you just made a list of the things that you've looked up in your lifetime, like, just having it on the list, everyone thinks that that's just like your most recent thoughts, and it's really not. I think people are extremely honest with Google. This is what I'm searching for. This is what I'm into at this moment. That's what I want to know about. It's a completely random thought. And someone else trying to analyze that from scratch, they wouldn't really know. That being said, if you're talking about the algorithm, though, it would be interesting to find out what the algorithm says about who you are based on, these messages that you're sending into the internet saying that I'm looking for this now. We don't think about that when we type it in. We don't think that we're telling someone something. We think that we're getting something from. We're actually telling them.
Yeah.
Telling it.
It. Oh, dang.
And then what can it tell you about who you are? That's, I guess, the next question. Who are you?
All right. So I have an exercise. So this is really big, and I'm gonna put mine in the comment section. Okay. You're welcome to do so. Anybody who's listening to this episode, I would love to see what comes out, but I would like to write the following words, right? And this was done a long time ago, or a lot, with Facebook. You know, you put I believe that, where you put some certain amount of words and then you hit the middle search result. I mean, not search result, but autocomplete until it makes a sentence. I mean, I'm on my phone right now, so I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna lay it all out there. I'm gonna literally put this in the comment section right now. I believe that. All right, hit space. Okay, your job.
Okay, I gotta do it on my phone.
Same time. Yeah, you gotta do it on your phone. It's.
Okay. I started typing now. All right.
I don't know. Maybe I gotta hit, because the first one didn't make much sense at all.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I mean, and that's. I believe that is a good idea.
It's a good idea to be
be honest with you and your family.
Be free.
Okay. I'm gonna stop there. I hit it a few times.
All right. So if I start typing it now, I believe that. It's not even auto-completing them.
No, I believe that, and then hit space, and then you hit the center search or the center autocomplete every time until it makes a coherent sentence. So I mean, I'm pulling mine.
There's no autocomplete button.
No autocomplete button, but the above your keyboard, there should be like 3 words.
I don't get those 3 words.
So you type "I believe that" and you type the space after that, and there's no 3 words above your keyboard.
Nah, I think I turned autocomplete off.
Wah.
Long time ago.
All right.
Because I don't like the idea of I type "I" and then it writes "believe that I am a duck." Like, you wouldn't guess what I'm gonna say, bro. I don't want you to even try to complete my sentences. So yeah, autocomplete. Like, it's given me so much problem. In fact, we talked about this in the past, I think. Either we talked about this directly or we talked about it like in the after party, where it was basically, what was it? We said that, yeah, there's some kind of technology at work where if you are hovering over, or if your finger is on a certain button, then it starts to figure out from that point what the next word, or what the end of that word would be, and what the next word might be. But if you're using more than one language, like Spanish and Japanese and English, all at in the same world, then maybe there's something weird going on there, where it isn't quite, they haven't perfected that technology. So I've been turning that off because I didn't want to have that issue. But thank you all in the comment section for giving that a try. It's interesting. It's a thought experiment. Do it now. Find out who you are telling your autocomplete who you are.
Or who your autocomplete believes you are based on what you have been inputting. So I have my sentence. I believe that is a good idea to be honest with you and your family. So it's apparently a good idea to be honest with people and their families. I don't know.
Okay, if I do that in a Google search, would that work?
No, it wouldn't work because it's not as close to you. You haven't been putting things directly in there. I mean, it's going to autocomplete based on the world's results, not based on your results.
It could be based
on your input.
My IP address too.
Yeah, but it's going to give you local compared to your IP address versus local compared to this is what I'm putting into it. Yeah. So
I mean, should I share? Should I share what I'm getting? Or
what did you get? Oh, from Google as a whole? Yeah. Well, I mean, let's see what people are putting into the algorithm. Go ahead.
I am signed in. I believe that "imi," which means meaning in Japanese. So if I hit yes or enter there, it'll tell me what I believe that means. Next is I believe that they bloom. An example sentence of I believe that. And then the third one is finally a little English. I believe that it was a mistake.
No.
I believe.
No.
Then I believe that SV. I believe that subject verb SV, right?
Oh,
So
the Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, like trying to show you how to complete your own sentence right there.
Okay.
Then the next one, I believe that ikae, which is a synonym, like synonymical, okay, phrase for I believe that, like being able to say it another way, in other words, in Japanese. And then I believe that We Will, the world anthem song by Pitbull.
I don't think I know that song.
Yeah, and then it kind of expands a little bit. Okay, a shorter way to say that I believe that, and then I believe the more the project, and lastly, I believe she is honest. In other words,
I believe she is honest, and I hope she's honest. I hope everybody's honest. Be honest with yourself first.
Sam, do try.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, is the algorithm being honest to you? I believe that a good idea is to be honest with you and your family. Do you believe that already?
I mean, yeah, I believe that honesty is the best policy. I know that my significant other has gone on record to say that I'm an honest person, even when it's not convenient. And it was a little embarrassing when I heard it because it's like, dang, what did I say? And this was in front of a close friend, but still, it was just like, dang.
He's brutally honest. I think you can say jigeku. I'm not even sure how to say that in English, but you could say it like self-deprecatingly that I am honest to a fault.
I'm honest to a fault. Yeah.
But you don't really hear that from other people. He's honest even when it hurts.
Yeah. When it's not convenient for him, like when it's when he could get away with a lie, that type of thing. To me, it's the best policy. Just be honest. Say what it is. Don't be blunt. There is a big difference between being honest and being blunt.
I should ask GPT.
Oh no!
How to say this without being blunt while being honest? I wonder.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to throw a little sugar in there. Hey, I noticed that you're lagging behind a little bit. Is there some way that I could help you? Is there something that I could facilitate so that you reach your goals at the agreed upon time?
Yeah. So
that tells you, like, hey, you're lagging behind, dog.
You leave the negative piece and let it sit in the air for a while. Fade away. And then dribble up a bit, it's like, hey. That's an interesting approach.
I mean, but it's the honest approach. It's not like, hey, you're doing fine, you're doing well. And you're really not.
Hold on. You're doing great in these areas. I'm a good listener and a good finder who is trustworthy. This is part of my morning affirmations, right?
Okay.
I'm a good listener and a good finder who's trustworthy. So a good listener is going to find something positive, even if it is what you would call trash. All right. You'll find it. Wow, this is awesome. You have so many areas to improve. Let's focus on this one because that's an area of impact. Unless you got another one that you have in mind, right?
I will say that almost daily I have to interact with clients, and I have to literally give areas of strength and areas to be worked on. And sometimes it is extremely hard because there's not a lot there. And I have to come up on the spot and say, all right, this is something that you have going for you. And this is the biggest barrier that you have right now. So you have your strength right here, whether it be, you have a lot of a good amount of income. That's great when you're looking for a place. You have a good amount of income, or you've never had a late bill. Like you're not going to have a huge deposit when you move into a place. And sometimes that's it. I can't say, oh, you know what? You have 5 AAs, so you're marketable for employment or anything like that. And sometimes it is as little as you have voluntarily gone into a program that is going to help you be a better parent to your child. Right. And it's like, sometimes
you
that's it.
Good job. Like, you took the first step. Look, the hardest step is sometimes the first step is usually the hardest step. We have to move from, inertia to, to that kinetic momentum forward. And you've already started on that track. I just want to help you.
Your own. Yeah.
Yeah, on your own. I just want to help you continue with that. All right. This is not a pulling you forward. I'm just, keeping you back, moving forward. Because you walking, brother. All right. I'm gonna help you out with that. I've been doing that, boy, since the days of that credit card company. I'm not gonna put them out on blast because it's not an advertisement. But down there near my university, there's a credit card company on the line between Delaware and Pennsylvania, and the headquarters is in Boca Raton. They're not gonna. All right, I ain't gonna say the name.
Everybody, that's already enough information. You didn't even have to say the name of the school because you already said the 2 places, and then you said Boca Raton. That's it.
The headquarters is in Boca Raton. There's a lot of credit card companies with the headquarters in Boca Raton.
Oh, okay.
This one, though, they give credit cards to people with bad credit, no credit, and like this is the high interest rate. But if you pay your time, you ain't got to worry about it. You ain't got to worry about it, right? As long as you pay on time, you can build your credit. That's the truth. So I had to call, all right, and say, hey, you haven't paid your thing. Can we get a payment? And everybody was just like, oh man, give me licks on the phone. Give me licks. So you got to come with pure positivity, and I believe, even though maybe if you really think about it, like, man, the statistics say that this doesn't look good. No, don't even worry about that. Believe in the best possibility of people, and most times they'll react to that positively. I think so. So I felt like a social worker in a way, even though I was working for this company that was just like sapping them dry. But yeah, it did teach me a valuable lesson. I'll get there, and do look for the best in others, and try to help them out in their situation wherever they are. That's it.
Oh yeah.
It is what it is.
That is what it's supposed to be.
That's what it's supposed to be. So what else stuck? I mean, this is like, I believe this is like, like, all right, I believe what the algorithm says, or I believe that I can see, something more than what the numbers show. Is that us convincing ourselves that we are like above the calculations in our minds? Like,
ooh, well, according to this chapter and according to Dataism, the only true power is knowing what to ignore.
Okay.
So true power is knowing what to ignore. There's a quote that says, there is a lifetime of knowledge on the internet, but an eternity of foolishness.
Oh, yes.
So I mean, you gotta sift it out. You gotta sift it out.
That's true. Wow. There's a lifetime of knowledge, but an eternity of foolishness.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Okay, then this is a question for the cross-culture folks related to that very specifically. When you say knowledge, in the biblical sense.
Oh, not in the biblical sense.
Is the biblical sense, is the meaning of to know to love?
To know is
to know and to love. Are they? And I mean, make love is also part of that idea.
Yeah, to know somebody in the biblical sense is to make love.
But also I know the Lord. You know, it doesn't mean I'm making love to the Lord. I know, like I have an intimate understanding. Are those both
Yes.
from the same place? Maybe it's just
They have the same connotation, but they're not from the same place.
okay.
So I mean, you have in Revelation that Jesus is knocking on the door. Behold, I stand at the door and knock, and if any man hear my voice and open up the door, I will come in and sup with him. To share a meal is the most intimate thing that you can do in the Bible, aside from knowing someone biblically. You know, so it's like
for men, that's all you can do. That's as close as it's gonna get. Men and men. I mean, you know, women and women.
I mean, hey,
no age.
Stop right there, bro.
No age. No age.
I'm saying nothing to nobody.
Yeah. We talking about agape. You know, that's the closest it's gonna get.
Agape is I will die for you, love.
Yeah. Philios. Yeah.
Phileo is brotherhood, love. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I love you like a brother. Love.
And I know you like a brother. Love.
Right?
Right. Yeah. So in that regard, the whole internet is full of information, but knowing something intimately, it's gonna take the fourth dimension. It's something I was talking about with the missus this morning. The fourth dimension takes time. You have to revisit it again and again and again, right? And for example, like we were just looking at a TV show that was showing her childhood home, or her grandmother's home, like near the beach. They were doing like a special on it, and she can see things, she can remember things, you know, from her childhood when she sees that place that I can't see. You know, it's just information to me. These people are talking about it on TV, but she has like this time element to it. You know, revisiting the thing again and again. Your Route 66, that catwalk, has stories linked into that.
Yeah.
You can't understand at surface level. So there's a whole lot of surface level information on the internet. But in order to really know it, you have to revisit it. You have to chew on that cud over time. Chewing. You cannot chew in an instant. All right, it's impossible. One chew, it's not going to break it down for you. It's not going to become part of you. Oh wow, why am I so hyped? It must be.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with being hyped, but I get what you're saying, and it's when we have the experience over time, that's what gives way to nostalgia. You know, hey, I have this experience that I've experienced from before. So much time has passed, and now you're bringing up these feelings again. That's nostalgia.
Yes.
So it's like you said, I can say, boom, Columbus Circle, catwalk. You know, I can remember there being graffiti up and down that catwalk. I can remember when they replaced the wooden slats on the catwalk. I can remember when I was old enough to not have to take the catwalk anymore. I could just walk through the holes in the fence. You know, all of these different things play into it. But me saying it to you, you can hear my passion, but it's not the same.
There's an emotional connection to all those memories that you have that you cannot get that across to people just through the internet. It's like images that are made through time, you know, along the arrow of time, you know, and you have a glimpse at those, and I can only like hint at it through the stories and try to live through you vicariously, but yeah, like you have that true story there. And we all have our own story, our own like understanding of how things played out, not just the information, but like that timeline that weaves everything together in all dimensions, you know, throughout space
and time.
And time. I said time first, though.
You did. Yeah. So I just want to end with three questions that were posed at the very end of this chapter.
We gonna come back to Homo Deus again, or?
Yeah, we're gonna have to, because I didn't listen to the final chapter. I mean, is this like the final chapter and then chapter 12 is kind of like the
Thank you for listening to.
thank you for listening. Oh no. Okay, so well, I mean, I guess we're not gonna come back then. That's
Unless they really want us to. I mean, if the audience says, "Hey, let me need one more piece of that homo dis," just bring it all together.
yeah. I mean, throw it in the comment section if we get an outcry saying that we need another episode to
Homo dis, homo
tighten some things up, or if you didn't get a chance to say your piece and you want to come in and say, hey, this is what the book said to me, this is how it was speaking to me, this is what I agreed with, I disagreed with, we can just chop it up real quick. We can have it more informal to where we're like a radio station. We're just like, okay, we'll take caller number 1.
Oh, okay. I would like that. I really would not mind it. I had to tell the people at church this morning. I was like, "Yeah, I got a radio show right now," because they. I don't understand. So yeah, I'm putting it out there on Threads too.
On Threads? Oh no! Look, I'm not even on Threads. Not gonna lie, not on Threads.
You got to get some new Threads, bro.
I gotta get some new Threads.
No, so it's so easy to connect to people like that, and it's a little different because it's not like there's no hashtags. It's just people to people.
No hashtags.
Yeah, it's people to people.
It's weird to me.
People are the center of it. This is what's going on with me. This is what I'm putting out there, rather than hashtag. I didn't really look things up using hashtags neither way. So, and, yeah, I mean, okay. I see. This is what Ace is putting out right now. Let me see what Ace has put out, or it's just that's on the home screen. It's just it's real interesting. It's real interesting, and they're
take a look at it.
They're taking Twitter by storm, man. Getting that market share. But you had 3 points. You had 3 things that you wanted to put out. I want to know. The people want to know.
Oh, the 3 questions.
Yes.
So these are the 3 questions, as posed by the author in the very last bit of the book, and he does kind of sum up by saying, none of this is prophecy, this isn't absolute, this is just what I'm seeing and possibly where it could go. But this book was written, I say so long ago, but it wasn't written yesterday, and we can see the things in the book taking shape now. So it's a little crazy. But the 3 points, or the 3 questions.
Okay.
Are organisms just algorithms, and is life really just data processing? So it's like I don't want answers, I'm just
okay.
I'm just throwing this into the ether, These are things to think about.
I was like, yeah.
I mean, it's just something to chew on. Like you said, there's something to chew on. Give it some time, think about it, let it marinate. The second one, what's more valuable, intelligence or consciousness? I'm like, that one's loaded. That one's loaded. And the third one,
I know what's going to happen. Go ahead.
What will happen to life as we know it when the algorithms know us better, not know is better. Know us better than we know ourselves.
What will happen when What will happen to life when algorithms know us better than we know ourselves?
Yes.
Is that possible?
That's the question that's posed. I mean, he kind of drew it out a little bit. He said, society. He gave a few different places, but a few different aspects of life. But I mean, to me, that's life as we know it. Because we think of society one way, we think of family one way, we think of work one way. But when the algorithms know us better than we know ourselves, will we become obsolete? What will change? What will stay the same? That type of thing.
Are we creating algorithms, or are we discovering algorithms? That's the question I want to ask. Because if we're creating them, then it's like saying that the creation can be greater than the maker, right?
Look. Oh, go ahead, go. Because
Bro, you got something for that. I know you got something for that.
no, and here's the thing. I actually skipped over that point because I was like, oh yeah, we're not really gonna get into that. But a quote from the book,
Yeah,
was something to the effect of, just as man cannot understand God. Oh my goodness, I have typos all over the place. That should be God, not go. Just as man cannot understand God, neither can man understand the data.
because right, that's the issue, right? We're collecting the data, we're not making the data. All right.
But we're making algorithms too.
We're making algorithms to analyze the data, right?
Yes.
But if our algorithms are good enough, then they should be able to tell us something about ourselves that we don't know. But can we create an algorithm that understands us better that has a capability of understanding us better than we understand ourselves? Can you create something that can understand? Well, we did create the mirror. And the mirror can show us the back of our heads, right?
Yeah.
And there's no other way to see it. So,
I mean, take a picture of the back of your head.
Of the back of your head.
Yeah. I mean, but technically, when the first cameras, well, not the first cameras, but DSLRs or SLRs, single lens reflex, they use a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
It comes in through the lens and it goes to a mirror and it goes up to a sensor. So, I mean,
on a deep level, it is just the mirror.
It's a big mirror.
It is a man-made device, but it mirrors something that's in nature. When you look over the like a lake or something, it is mirroring the sky. So, God, God or the creator or that higher power, he's giving us hints at what it really looks like. And then see. What can they do with it? I appreciate it.
Because I thought you were going to say the camera is just a mirror of our eyes. Because look, when you try to you're like, oh, this is a great scene. Let me take a picture. That don't look like what I saw.
Yeah. There's computational technology that Samsung uses. Its version of it is like bright, but the colors are kind of off. I can't take a picture of a blue tablecloth. It turns like yellow. If you just focus on the blue, it turns another color. I can show you that. Yeah, I'll show you
that's horrible.
It's annoying. It's annoying, especially when you try to take a picture of like a hydrangea. What you should do, instead of just trying to take the picture and then expecting technology to figure it out for you, what you should do, get yourself a pen, a pad, and write it down. And then that'll tell you what the color is, because you have to express yourself on that page. And you can express yourself in ways that maybe the algorithm or the set of tools that anyone else would have available, just isn't able to express it that way. I'm a big proponent of writing your thoughts down. I say it every single time. You're over there on TPC Japan, get a pen, a pad, write it down.
Write it down.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. Well, I guess technically this is the last episode of, unless we hear, you guys say, hey, we really want to chop it up again. Then we're just going to go into probably a few episodes of in between. We're just going to do something maybe a little more fun, a little more just different. And then we're going to jump into Disrupting the Game by Reggie Fils-Aimé. And that's going to be a very interesting one. He is a
Haitian?
Yes, but he's not a Haitian immigrant. He is an American born to Haitian parents. That's what I was trying to say.
He's like us, kind of.
Yeah. So he wasn't, to my knowledge, he wasn't born in Haiti. He was born here,
right?
In New York.
Yeah.
So he is black. He looks. Some people might say he looks like a light Cuban, but yeah, he's black. And I really want to see that. I really want to see his story unfold, because there's a lot to what he's gone through, and becoming CEO of Nintendo America. and I just want to see how he got there. We're gonna chop it up. Those who are interested in video games definitely don't want to miss that one. Those who are Black in America probably don't want to miss it. I have not looked at the book at all. I've been saving it. I've been holding off so badly, and I really want to jump into it.
It's gonna be my first time too, like because with Homo Deus, I read that inside and out, heard it, listened to it, but I didn't have the chance to speak it out into space, right? And that's important too. That takes time, and we took our time with it. It's been a whole lot of episodes of Homo Deus. But that's important too, right? Like in order for, and this is I don't even mean to get preachy, and I know we're trying to wrap it up. In order to
let me switch your banner for you.
In order to get from 2D to 3D, right? In order to get off of like that flat surface, right? It takes a little bit of interaction in the third dimension, and you can add that third dimension could be height and length, width, height. Okay, fine, you make it 3D, but to move from 3D to 4D, it takes time. All right. This is how like we educate ourselves. We spend time on things. We revisit it, and hearing these stories of people that have gone beyond their circumstances, and then starting to bring some of that way of thinking into your own life, or comparing the things that you're going through, like that in and of itself is giving you some elevation. It's taking you off of the page. It's taking you off of the planet, and you can move up. This is transcendentalism. Good old Ernest Hemingway. I don't know if you're ever gonna get a chance to get at the man, but it's a whole lot of important things going on right there. And Scrib is a great way to spend some time on it. I'm talking about time, because over here on Cross Culture we got time, bro. I'm putting up time. I'm telling y'all to get some of this time. It's the one. It's the one.
Yeah, man.
All right, because he's gonna focus on that stuff. He's focusing on it, and it's really important that we take time to invest in the things that we see as important. All right, and it's so free now. These different ways in order to do that. But I'm gonna wrap it up right there because
we went a little bit longer this time, but we just want to give you guys the space to have a conversation with us, back and forth. We did have some comments coming in from Water Pulse Laser. Good old Water Pulse Laser. Yes, always in there like swimwear. We appreciate that, definitely. So I guess there's only one thing to say. Until next time, stay prayed up, be blessed.